Do you think about it started as kind of like one of those melodic ideas? You're writing a song and it's like, do you think about it? You better not. You know what I mean? And it kind of like grew into a song, became a song. It sort of wrote itself. There was a bunch of different melodies for the verses, and it was hard to find the thing. I had something that sounded like the song from Frozen, and like it's like trying to figure out what the heck it was going to be. I think the only way to really crack the song was to do it as Truce, and it became the sliding door scenario as a duet. It wasn't going to be a duet at the beginning, but as soon as it was like, you know, there's a my side and her side. And when I was 17, I kind of like went on tour and left that sort of like, you know, the high school sweetheart behind. And it's sort of, you know, she's married now. She has a couple kids, and, you know, they're beautiful, beautiful kids, and he's really cool, and he was like her second boyfriend or whatever, you know. And, you know, sometimes it's like, with the sliding door scenario, it's sort of like, you know, what would life have been like, really more like, you know. So it's both perspectives of the song and trying to figure out if the other person's thinking about you, you know, and my side being like looking back at the hometown, and her side being like, you know, heard you out west and doing your thing out there. The demo was like mostly like I was in a session with my friend Mozella, who's singing the demo at the time. It was mostly melodies. This is me here. I just want to know, do you think about it when she's touching you slow? Do you think about it when she's telling you? The verses were like nothing. The verses were like, I don't want not to see here. I don't want not to be there now. And it been not to say. Just random kind of melodies, and was like, all right, filling in the story later and making that kind of whole thing make sense. The verses were like, it's gonna make it really dreamy, and have the verses be set sort of in the past, you know, and gone out walking the streets tonight, think about your face from time to time, and I think 18 when I play that record, I'm like, I'm back then, and then the chorus snaps, dry vocal, center, we're in the present, I'm curious, I'm talking to you now. This is like the verse is like reflective, so it's sort of this hot kind of set stack of pads that sound like strings, and then they suck dry to... That's about it. Pretty simple. Most choruses I like to impact right at the front of the chorus and have like the chorus be the drop. This one was like sucking it dry, like actually having less elements. So like the pre-chorus you build up pretty heavily. Telling a story, the feedback's growing, and then you suck it dry. Curious. So we tried like, man, I want to say we tried like 4 different people on the feature, you know, trying to make something feel honest and feel true and feel right. And it was like, everybody did a fantastic job. You know, there was a couple that I really liked, and a couple of people were really dear, close friends of mine. And it was like, it was interesting because I needed to feel the story, you know, the most thing. It's like I wanted to feel the emotion. And Caroline, I met the bunch of mutual friends in the east side of LA, and, you know, we were hanging out and talking. I played her the song, and at the time it was me like singing it from front to back. And she's like, you want me to give it a stab? And I was like, man, I'd love that. And as soon as she got on it, it kind of came to life, like what the song was supposed to be. So like, you know, I just believe her. I believe what she's talking about. I believe how she's saying it. This talking to Frank a little bit, I called them the Hobbits in the verse. There's a bunch of the Hobbits, like I wanted it to be simple, and I wanted to just be this kick in the snare, and he was fighting for this little like, and I hear it now when I listen back to the song, it was like, kind of about the reflective memory, like, once again, it's like doing production for what the lyric of the song is, and it's like having this ambient sort of thought out kind of moment in this verse, and then it drops dry here, and we're in the present, you know, and we go from this reflective kind of like the hobbits in the forest, the present time, and we're here now.